out late night, early morning. Today is Wednesday, March the 23rd, 2022. Wednesday, March 23rd, 2022. How are you guys doing this early morning, late evening, 12 a.m.? For the ones who still in bed, the ones who's going to listen to me early in the morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I just keep on saying good morning. Thank you guys for supporting me and tuning in to me this morning. And if you are on now, thank you guys for just being there beside me. This morning. How was you guys Tuesday? I pray everything went good for you guys or going good. In the beginning of the weekday, especially if you're working, that'd be the toughest time because you got to get back in the circle of things, the circle of life, as I may call it. But at least we are here among the living. Thank God for that. Being among the living. A lot of people can't say that. At least you're not in a hearse or a casket or in an oven with your ashes. At least your kids are not having your ashes on a shelf, but you are just here to just see and just, I don't know why wealth came to my mind, but you're just here, healthy and wealthy. A lot of people saying, well, I don't have money. I can't be wealthy if I don't have money. Listen, you're wealthy in spirit. You're wealthy in health. Money doesn't buy everything. Money doesn't give you peace. Money doesn't give you joy. You have to give that self to you. So you are wealthy in your spirit. And trust me, God is going to give you what you need soon. I promise you that. You hear me? God is going to give it to you soon. Only thing you have to do is just continue on fasting and praying. And I promise you, everything will come your way. We're going to talk about self-love. Self-love, taking care of yourself. Fill my cup, Lord. Fill me up. That Tasha Cobbs song, fill me up. Yes, fill me up. Fill my cup. Sometimes, and all the time, this is something where I'm suffering with myself. I get so distracted in helping others that I don't take the time out for myself and do the things that I need to do for myself to invest in my business, to invest in my health, to invest in my children's health and wealth, just to invest in ourselves. And this is part of self-love / self-care. Listen to this. It says, being in love with every part of yourself, taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others, not settling for less than you deserve. How many people out there like to settle for less than what they deserve? I remember a long time ago, I used to be like that. I was listening to Steve Harvey today. And the craziest thing is, while I was listening to Steve Harvey, the topic in the Strawberry Letter was basically talking about how this girl, this lady's daughter, was with a hobo, basically, but a guy who wasn't doing anything for himself. And she was just putting all of the investments and things in him just because, basically, to me, it sounded like she just seen hope in him. Sometimes we as women, we pretend that things are there when they're not, especially when we're with a significant other. In our minds, we think that he's significant or she's significant or whoever is significant to us, but 9 out of 10 they're not. And I feel like we don't know when a person is using us. And if anybody know me and if they could tell you about me, because girl, I have a past, and half of all of my past is where I allowed people to use me, especially my significant others. I would give them my all, and they in return wouldn't give me anything. Not saying that I was wanting them to give me something back. Yes, I was. I'm not going to lie. I was wanting to give them something back. But there's been plenty of times the reason why I was broke was because I chose to be broke, because I was emotionally giving to others. And so now, and then to make you laugh, since COVID and prior before then, I just started doing things for myself, giving things for myself. Even when you have kids as mom, and guys, don't judge us. Sometimes I feel bad when I buy stuff for myself and don't have anything for my kids. And it really irks me because I'll be like, okay, Tasha, you can have more for your kids, but you got all of this. And what did you get your kids? Or even when I had been a time in my life where if I went out to eat, I had to take my kids out to eat before I went out to eat. And that's the craziest thing I know. I know it's the craziest thing, but please forgive me. But that's what I had to do. Please. And you, people be like, what, Tasha? You had to do that? Listen, I had to do that. I had to do that. Listen, cheer me on, cheer me on, cheer me on. I deserve to be the mom of the year until dads come along, and then they be like, what the world? But you know what? We ladies, if you out there and you think like me, you deserve to be the mom of the year, because we deserve the pat on the back. So let's give ourselves a pat on the back, the hand clapping arms, because we deserve it. Even for the dads out there, if you do the same thing, you deserve it. You deserve it too. And the reason why I said we deserve it, because, you know, me and Neil, we do sacrifice for the kids and do a lot of stuff for the kids. But at the end of the day, what I'm telling you is let's take time for you. Take time out for you. Starting today, making it be about you, doing things for you that you have never done for you before. If you ain't never wore makeup, put some on. Some people like to be natural, and that's fine. If you never wore a dress before, wear one. Do something different. Self-care, and stop pleasing others. And that was the problem where I was focusing. I always tried to please others. That was one of my downfalls. I always worried about what other people said about me. Then it had to come to the point where I had to think about it. Other people don't know me. And other people can't live my life. And when I die, I only got one person to answer to, and that's God. But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you the story, y'all. When I was pregnant with my son, I just had my daughter. And everybody, excuse me, I'm going through some files. Everybody was feeling some type of way because I was young, of course, and the mother now of 3. And I just have a baby that was in diapers. And it was like a lot of people was criticizing me because I had 3 kids. And I remember even down to my child's father, he was like, nobody would ever want me. And I was like, what? And he was like, nobody would ever want you. And I was like, why wouldn't somebody want me? And he was like, nobody's going to never want you because you're a mother with 3 kids. And that thing kind of hurt me because I was like, I didn't want to be the mother of 3 kids. But just worrying about how people felt just because I had 3 kids. And then this lady approached me. I was working at Lowe's at the time. And this lady, God rest her soul, approached me and told me, like, Tasha, now you know better than having 3 kids and all of this stuff. Now, at that time, I was doing good for myself, and I'm still doing good for myself for a mother of 3. Paying rent, I was doing good. Rent was high for me, and I was doing good. And so I told them, I just got upset, and I told them, I was like, yo, You guys acting like I came to you and asked you to pay my light bill, asked you to do this or get my hair done, or asked you to babysit or feed my kids. I never have came to you to ask you guys that. And matter of fact, when we went to lunch, I see that I'm the only one be paying for you guys and nobody is dishing out to pay for me. So if I'm so much messed up, then why I don't ask you guys for stuff? And that was when I noticed, and I don't know why I'm talking about this, but that's when I noticed that the reason why, to me, most people are depressed is because they try to live their life for somebody else. Try to do things another way. Try to live somebody else's life. Because I feel sometimes, especially when you have older parents, and parents, listen, don't shoot me. Listen, don't shoot me. Listen, don't shoot me, okay? Listen, but when you have like older parents, right? Sometimes I feel like as parents, they would like to live their life through their child. And yes, they wise and they see the mistakes or they have made the mistakes. But sometimes parents don't give their child a chance or the opportunity to learn from their mistakes. And I'm guilty of that now with my teenagers and stuff growing, that I see myself sometimes won't give them the leniency, if that is a word, to figure life out on their own. When I'm always, no, don't do this, because if you do this, this gonna hurt. And then get mad if they try to do it, because it's like you're not listening. But I feel like that's part of them got to learn on their own. And we as parents sometimes won't allow our kids to just find out who they are. And then they turn around and become who their parents wanted them to be and not who they're actually supposed to be. And that's within God's will. So, within God's will. So, if you are a parent and you're listening to the sound of my voice, or a grandparent, make sure you push your children, grandchildren, in a way that God wants them, because they are here for a purpose. Not the purpose that you want them to be here for, but God got them here for a reason. Everybody who is born is here on earth to play a special role in his life, in our lives, and he's there. He got them here for a reason. So since he got him here for a reason, let's just make sure we push them in the way that they're supposed to go, and not in the way of where we want them to go. Because that's half of the reason why depression and stuff is real. Because a child is trying to figure out and trying to please the parent, and they don't know who to turn to. Now listen, I was just pulling up a quote, and this quote says, make sure you're filling your own cup.